Hello everyone, I'm Jam,
I'm Cons.
and we are two bros interested in finance. So this episode, you guys already know the drill. Most likely you guys already seen the header of the video. So let's talk about stocks. Take it from here.
Yeah, stocks September, bro. Good month, right? So I'm just gonna go over our GetQuinn as always, guys. Link is in the description, so check it out. Our performance doing really well. I think year to date we're both pretty much on the same level. So the race is on as always. Pretty
Yeah.
much both 31%, 31.87 for me and 31.2 for you. So barely any difference. And yeah, I think that just the top performers that last month was ASML, right? So ASML been performing amazingly. Surprise, surprise. Our our patience was rewarded.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, it's what can I say, man? It's trading over 1,000 US dollars. So a great stock, and yeah, over 1,000 US dollars. Yeah, and we're both up over 40% on the stock on GetQuinn. What are you saying, bro? It it made the turnaround.
So what are the overlapping stocks that we have on GetQueen? ASML, Google, and
That's it.
that's
ASML and
it.
Google.
So
Yeah.
Google, we waited for a very long time. It did the breakthrough that we were hoping for. So patience paid off. Same with ASML. We both trusted the companies, of course, throughout this humbling way to the top. We lost our. I mean, I did lose mine more than you. I can't even say that you didn't lose yours, but I lost my belief in those stocks for like quite a while. I was even like thinking like, like I'm 5% in plus, like it's not doing anything. Maybe I should sell, invest in a different company and so on. But you always talked me out of it, and also like you gave me the confidence of like, look, we bought these companies because we believed in them. I still believe in them. Blah blah blah. It paid off, so I am happy. And they're both good companies. ASML is the more fragile one here because of all the political instabilities. Like they are really dependent on the chip market and politics being very keen on changing and like affecting the chip market. So,
hmm
but it's still giving the returns, and I still do think that they are the monopoly in terms of the companies in the chip market. So yeah, and Google is Google. Like we don't need to talk about Google. Google is Google. So yeah.
Yeah, I think we talked a lot about Google in the past month anyway. But yeah,
Throughout
ASML,
we
man.
started this YouTube channel, we
Yeah.
talked about Google
It
a
was
lot.
yeah, it was our main buy, but just like ASML was our main buy and or our both our buys we agreed on. And I think it really reflects our both performance a little bit and our thought process in what we're investing. And yeah, both the companies we chose to invest in or we agreed upon uh, performed the best, right? So no
Yeah.
complaints there, and I think the sentiment in around ASML has changed like so drastically in such a short time. I don't even know why, because nothing really happened. I don't. I remember
Yeah.
back like a month ago when they had their earnings, stuff dropped like 10%. Something like this. You remember that, like the fall earnings or something like this, and yeah, I'm happy. It's a great investment. I think we're both still holding, both companies, obviously. Do you have a price target for SML? Now it's above 800 euros. You weren't so
I don't, I don't,
optimistic.
I don't have a price target, but kudos to you that you reached your price target and even went like it went crazy because you were saying like, oh, it's gonna reach 800 in the next couple of weeks, and then it reached, and like right now it's more than 800 euros. To be fair, let's check the price to be
A-
exact actually.
879
Because
euros.
Yeah, 76. I see, but
Oh yeah.
76, 79, whatever it is, it can change between providers. Um, if, I don't have a price target, but if it reaches 900, 920, I wouldn't be surprised, but it's not a price target that I have. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think it's tough, you know. Okay, I said it will reach 800. You know, those are the times when I thought, oh, I should have bought a call, you know, on my, because, you know, I watch like analysis and stuff like this or trend, you know, Fibonacci. We talk about this sometimes, but and then I'm like, oh, it needs to push now. It's ready for a push. And then, you know, then you see it happen and you didn't buy a call option on it, obviously. But yeah, everybody can be right sometimes, I guess. Happens. Um, but I'm as surprised as you hitting over 800 like this. It's going for the 900. So I'd be happy if it stays like this on this level by the end of the year. If it's trading at 876 by December 31st, 25, then I'm a happy man, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Should we move on? Talking about another stock from yours this time, out of your picks, and that's Netflix had a little bit news with Elon Musk. Pretty much him.
Can I before
Yeah.
you start, I am so regretful that I didn't sell half of my Rheinmetalls and bought Netflix for my own like personal portfolio, but I put it on GetCoin. I should have done that.
Yeah,
Okay, now you can go on.
but talking about Rheinmetall had a beautiful recovery as well. You can't complain about it,
Yeah,
hitting your
yeah, yeah, but
all-time
I
highs
I
as
could
well.
have yeah, I could have earned more buying Netflix. Because like Rheinmetall reached really, really highs, but after that, the increase is like stagnating a
Mhm.
bit. You know, like increase, slow down. So Netflix could have been a better buy, but you know, opportunities never end in stocks market. So waiting for next year for Netflix, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, Netflix had a little bit, in my opinion, still has a little bit downtrend. You talked
Mhm.
about your price target of under 1K, right? And
If
honestly,
it, no, it's rather than a price target, I told this to myself. If it drops below $1,000, I will buy Netflix. I don't know if it's going to drop, but if it drops below that, I will buy it.
okay, okay. Wait, if it drops below 1K, you don't buy it or you buy it?
I will buy it. I
Okay,
will buy
okay.
it.
Okay, okay. Sorry,
Yeah.
confusion.
I don't know
Um,
if it will though.
yeah, it's a little bit interesting. I don't know, like it has a little bit the downtrend, right? And maybe Elon Musk's comment, I don't know if you see that, like, or you have to
Oh,
unsubscribe from Netflix. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to mention it and wanted to ask what you think about it. And obviously, it doesn't change the mind for you about the company, right? Some billionaire
it
saying
does
stuff
not.
about.
Yeah, it does not. Because, like, okay, people can hate on Netflix, whatever, 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 right? Okay, you can have your own political views to hate on a company or hate on certain things. Cool. Do whatever you want. I don't really like to judge people on that. People should be allowed to say whatever they want to say in terms of like freedom of speech. Cool.
Yeah,
But in terms of these news affecting Netflix, Netflix has this is in this not has this but is in this weird sector of entertainment that I don't think that is going to die. Everyone has Netflix. Everyone likes to chill at home after work, after studying, after whatever that makes them tired. Watch a Netflix episode. I don't know, watch a film or whatever. So Netflix is not going to die. And also Netflix doing this live shows. They are doing WWE. They are doing NFL. I'm sure they'll start on NBA soon as well. So Netflix
expanding.
is not staying still, saying that, oh, what we have is like priceless, what we have is unique, so we should just like stop here because we are making money. No, they are always advancing, they're always expanding, they're always changing their ways that they provide products. So Netflix is not going to die. Netflix is like, I would say, one of the best companies in the world to invest in, and essentially one of the best companies in the world. So People can say whatever they want. Netflix is Netflix. It's not going to die. It's a great company. Easy as that.
Yeah, I mostly agree. I can't hate on Netflix, honestly, as the financials are all fucking in the right spot and the company's in the right spot. And like you say, it's expanding, it's never standing still. It's moving into the new industries like sports now. People already have all the subscriptions, so that's just extra entertainment for them, right? And I'm sure they
Mhm.
might increase the price a little bit, but I think people will still accept it. And I think they're also moving into gaming and stuff like this as well. So they're trying to be intuitive, and I think it's great. So um, no hate on Netflix. Might be very interesting when it hits below 1K also for me. So I'm not saying I would, for me, Netflix is not investable. So really interesting company.
Yeah.
Might get
Yeah.
really attractive under 1K also for me. That's all I'm saying. I might join
Yeah.
you on that investing trip. Should we move on? Would you like to take over with your
I would
stuff?
like to take over. I would like to talk about SAP. I don't have much to say about SAP, and I have this like weird, I don't want to say obsession, but like weird thing about buying companies from their original market rather than buying it from a different market. So I am going to talk about SAP that is listed in Zetra in the German market. I don't understand why there is this different, but in American market, year to date, it's up like 11%. That might be the currency thing
Yeah,
played
yeah,
on.
yeah.
But in German market, it is minus 3.52% year to date. And this gives me confidence to say that SAP in the next year might be a good buy. Because in terms of PE ratio, it's coming down as well. In 2026, it is believed to have 27 PE ratio, which is not bad, which is okay. Can decrease a bit more, but I would say that it's an attractive PE ratio for me to invest in a company. It's low enough. Revenue is increasing steadily. It's not a huge increase, but increasing steadily. Free cash flow is lacking a bit. EPS is like questionable, but showing promise. So yeah, in terms of financial, it's this. But SAP is, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not sure, if not but if not the biggest, but it is one of the biggest companies of Germany. And German economy is picking up. EU economy is picking up slowly, very, very slowly, but it's picking up. SAP is a very important company. Nearly all the big companies use SAP services. So I feel like, in the sense of comparison, I think it's in the same basket as Netflix, as it is not going to die.
Hmm.
It's like they're in a nice sector and a nice way. So SAP for me is going to be a considerable buy for next year, not this year, but for next year. So yeah, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I think in total you can't go wrong with SAP. I think we
Yeah.
talked about SAP a little bit 2 or 3 episodes ago, and I've
Hmm.
maybe we touched on it a little bit, but yeah, SAP strong. I think it's the largest market cap. I think they're fighting a little bit with Novo and LVMH for
Yeah.
the largest market cap company in Europe, but I think SAP is the highest one. And SAP comes right around my corner of my home. Like it's like an hour drive to the headquarters of SAP from where I live, right? And yeah, it's a massive company. I can't deny it. Their financials are great. I just think a little bit, for me, it is a bit overvalued because I did buy it below a 20 PE ratio when I bought it. And I
Hmm.
think the run it had for the last 3 years uh, was considerable. So you know how I mean, of course, it's not related or not 100% related, but I'm a little bit pessimistic for the whole
Yeah,
German
yeah, yeah.
market in general.
Hmm.
So I think the German economy is in the trash, but the DAX keeps rising. I think the DAX in general is a bit overvalued, and SAP makes up a big chunk of the DAX, in general. So yeah, it's a top tier company, won't go wrong. But right now, if I see it correctly, it's a current PE ratio of 41. So for me, yeah, but I can see a downtrend. So maybe there will be some dropping in the next couple of months of SAP, and then it's I don't know, maybe around 150 to 180 euros per stock. A good buy. Let's see. I don't know. Definitely
Yeah,
interesting
yeah.
if it keeps dropping. I'm not gonna say it's ain't interesting. SAP, I've bought it before, so it's definitely would be a buy if it would come into this, I don't know, a drawback, or I don't know what you call it, a
I
30%
think
drop since
I
all-time high.
I think SAP might drop in that sense because like for the last 2-3 years, you're right, it had this increase, like steady increase,
Yeah.
like sometimes even dramatic increase. But I think it's time for it to go drop, and drops happen faster than increases.
Mm.
So if when the moment it decreases, SAP is one of the companies that I would like to own. So yeah.
Yeah, if it goes into beautiful, I think maybe we can talk about it in a future episode as it keeps dropping, right? We'll keep an eye on it. But yeah, if I can say if it goes between 160 or 180 euros, it's definitely something very interesting for me. And I currently
It,
see
it,
just has like a little downtrend, right? The stock, it feels
yeah,
like.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, in terms of German economy, I know that you're very pessimistic, and beside politics, I believe that EU economy and German economy specifically is on a right track right now. It can go bad because like if Europeans like to mess up things like quite easily and quite quickly as well. But I think they're on the right track. But that's why I still keep my trust on the German market, EU market in general. But this year, even though SAP is one of the big chunks of the German market, this year German market was carried by defense companies and the banks. So yeah, I don't know what like next year German markets might see the downtrend that you're talking about, but SAP might be excluded from this because
Mm.
it has been dropping. So yeah.
Yeah. It's just like we're trying to predict, right? It's all about sentiment as
Yeah.
well. So this year was, I know, like when I'm looking at German stock forums and stuff, it's all about Rheinmetall, it's all about Renk, ThyssenKrupp, the military companies, and that was all the hype. So you could be right. Maybe there was a slow year for SAP. It's gonna drop a little bit, and then next year will be a good opportunity. And yeah, sentiment changes like that, right? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So if you don't have anything to add, I wanna go to a new company from America this time.
Hmm.
Okay. So this is a company that one day, because you know that I want to be a surgeon, and surgeries are carried. I don't want to say mostly, but they are mostly tried to be carried in a robotic manner. These like robotic assisted surgeries.
Hmm.
It's a big trend in surgical world right now. And the most famous machine, as far as I know, there are two machines in the market in the West. I don't know about East in terms of China. There are two machines in the market. One of the companies is CMR, which is a Cambridge-born market from UK, but they are very, very new. And to be fair, in Manchester, I saw them using that machine in one of the pediatric surgeries. So it is being used, but they are lacking many things, like many equipments and so on. I don't want to go into technicalities of surgery because this episode will turn into a medical episode, which I don't want to do that.
We can do that one time.
Yeah, you can do that one time. But the competitor of CMR is, and I don't even want to call them competitor because they're not even relatively close yet. I don't know what would happen in the future, but they're not even close yet. The most important and the most famous surgical machine right now are the Da Vinci robots, which are produced by Intuitive Surgical. And the thing that really pulls me to buy this company, not now, but in the future, is year to date, they are doing really, really, really bad. Minus 13.68%, nearly 14% minus year to date. Trading around $152. PE ratio of 62. In the next 12 months, 51, and in 2026, it is believed to have 48 PE ratio, tremendously high PE ratios, which are not acceptable. But in terms of revenue, steadily increasing. In terms of income, steadily increasing. Free cash flow, again. EPS, again. They have a lot of cash. They nearly don't have any debt. So it's an attractive company for me, and the reason why it's being attractive is not the financial, but them being the monopoly in the sector. I could see the machine firsthand. It's an amazing machine. I am always amazed by it. I could even use it in one of the trainings. It's just amazing. Not only they sell the machines and they produce them, they also do the maintenance and so on. So like after they sell it, they still keep generating revenue from the machines. So that's what I can say.
So you want me to add something, obviously, right? I know, I know Intuitive Surgical. I've heard it before. I'm sure it's somewhere in my endless amounts of watch lists. Um, but yeah, I just looked over some financials and checked. Obviously, you mentioned the PE ratio. Quite an expensive company, so above 50 PE ratio is quite I suppose also a risky investment, if you would see it this way. But if I dive into the financials, like if I get it right, of course, whoever wants to correct. But in the last 5 years, it had a average PE ratio of 78. So it's actually trading lower than it's actually normally trading at. And looking at the financials, like you say, like there's nothing to complain about, right? If I look at the last earnings, they have beaten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They've beaten the last 7 earnings over expectations as well. Their revenue is growing. Of course, I don't know the machines you're talking about right now, what they produce directly. Like
Mhm.
I have never seen them, but
It's
just
it's essentially a laparoscopic surgery that they
Mhm,
do, but with finer and more precise movements,
mhm,
which
mhm.
is like very useful. I am going to say that that's all you need to know essentially. Like I can tell you the details of video, but it's essentially very good
Yeah, yeah.
for
No,
in terms of surgical standpoint.
yeah. I can kind of imagine it, but I never
Yeah.
seen the actual product
Mhm.
or but yeah, like I say, like beating all its earnings, has shitload of money revenue, no debt, like you say. And yeah, generally very interesting company. And what really gets me at this company is the projections as well. They look perfect, right? This is typically something I want
Mhm.
to see. Like they have what double-digit growth every year, and haven't disappointed yet. So yeah, it's a
Mhm.
very interesting company, and I think that's also the main reason it's trading out at a higher PE ratio. As we know, like I feel like people price this into the companies, right? This company has been beating its earning, has been performing amazingly, and just looking at the graph, right, at a few point of the last 10 years, maybe, I think it's just a beauty anyway. So like, well, there's nothing to
Yeah.
complain, right? Like it went from 2014, it traded what around 40 USD or
Yeah.
40, yeah, 40 USD, and now it's 450. So very interesting company. I'll put it in another watch list, but I'll keep my eyes on it. Definitely, I like it.
Yeah. So these are the companies that I wanted to talk about.
Great. Then I would just touch on one last thing quickly, and that would be Alibaba. Sorry, bro, it's
Yeah.
been performing disgustingly well. Um, Year to date up 120%, and in the last month 40%. Yeah, I just wanted to touch on it a little bit because I've seen some new price targets, especially from American analysts. And yeah, I just feel like the whole sentiment around China has changed a little bit. It reached my price target for the end of the year, or it reached my price target technically for the company nearly. So I'm kind of tempted to sell parts of my Alibaba at this point because it's been performing very well. Um, but on the other hand, part of me wants to ride the wave a little bit still. So I won't be surprised if it drops 20%, right? Or 30%. Remember,
Yeah.
market of pain, right? It does that.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
But then 6 months or a year later, it goes up 60, 70% again, right? Um, but yeah, Alibaba has been doing really well, had some really positive news, positive analyst rating. It reached my target of 180 US dollar, talking about US dollar because it's not the same price target in euro because the euro has been so strong compared to US dollar, right? But yeah, I don't know. What do you think? What's your point of view? Maybe it's nice to hear somebody from outside the market. If you see these Americans changing their general idea about a whole market technically, um, what you're saying, man? Like, is it worth
So
selling out
for for
or?
for, Chi- for Chinese market, I would say. So regular person in America as an investor, I don't think that people invest in Chinese market. Investors in America who are investing in Chinese market what were those called? Like JP Morgan, Bank of
Yeah,
America, like those people.
yeah,
So big guys are investing in
investing
the
firms pretty much.
yeah. Big guys are investing in the Chinese market. Why? Because they can predict with their tools and everything how the market might move. So that's why, and those people are never gonna stop investing in China. So China is not a stable market. China is not a trustworthy market. But if you're seeing the returns, right, in a unstable market, in an untrustworthy market, I would wanna sell and get out of the market. You know.
Hmm.
But if you know the market, might as well stay in it.
Yeah, yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one because I share your views with the riskiness, obviously, and China being China, and like how it's the pain market because it keeps dropping so hardcore and then coming back. Um, yeah, Alibaba is a tough one because I've had it a long time, man, and I've held on to it a long time. I DCA'd a lot, and I think it's like a nice little turnaround story, honestly, because what it's been doing, it's crazy. Um, but I think I'm gonna work. I think I'm gonna hold on until the next earnings at least. I want to see how the company develops,
Yeah, yeah, makes
numbers
sense.
wise, because yeah, the company is still. I think it's still under the top 10 of largest companies in the world, or at least top 20 or something. It's a huge company, right? So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and let's not forget about Michael Burry, who's bought only China, then
Hmm.
sold out of it before this shit happened. So that's crazy. So even the top investors like Michael Burry, he bought only Chinese stocks, man. He bought everything and then sold out of it like 1.5 or 2 months ago. Crazy, and now it went up. He had mostly Alibaba, which is the funniest thing to me. But yeah, I think it's worth waiting around and let's see where it develops.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have anything to say other than
Other,
these topics that we talked?
I think that's it. I think we covered more than enough. Um,
Okay.
so yeah.
Perfect. Then We'll catch you guys on the next episode. Share it, like it, subscribe. Your grandma, your grandpa, you guys know the drill. Catch you guys on the next episode. Bye bye.
Ciao, ciao, guys. Bye bye.